The last couple of days in the crypto market may have felt like they were not important, but let me tell you right now that what we are seeing right here over the past couple of days, and matter of fact, really over the past couple of weeks, is basically a setup for hopefully something pretty great, because what we're seeing right here is basically Bitcoin getting rejected time and time again at roughly $65,500. And once we cross that hurdle, hopefully in the very near future, things are gonna finally start turning back around. And this is like this little calm before the storm, the quiet zone before things finally get satisfying again. Now, when we're taking a look at the overarching crypto market, one thing I find quite peculiar is when you take a look at the gainers. And as you can see today, there's actually quite a couple of different coins that have been doing pretty well, at least to my own standard, but there's, for the most part, except for 𝗵𝗲, really not as much news going around. There was actually mostly, when it comes to crypto market, some more negative news, which I've got open right There we go, right here. And that was basically, as you can see, Trezor, which a lot of people use to store their crypto on. This is like one of those devices that a lot of people use. They unfortunately had a partner side breach. So that means that they themselves did not have any issues, but a partner that they use for their shipping has some sort of breach, which basically means that if you bought a device, let's see here, in these countries, US, UK, Sweden, Colombia, Brazil, Italy, and Portugal. And if you've received this within the last 90 days prior to August 8th, your name, shipping address, phone number, and email address, so 12,000 people, unfortunately have gotten some sort of breach, which is awful because this basically means that from this point on forward, you may be getting emails with your full name and your shipping address just fully looking legit. You may have your phone number and email address in there too. Which is going to be meant to take your crypto. And this could be an email from like a Coinbase type of thing, a Binance type of thing. So make sure you watch out that ever since this breach now happened, if you bought a device like in the last 3 months or so, that these type of spam mails may be coming. Now, I wanted to say that, but realistically, most of the news today was quite good. One of the major announcements that came out today was Tether completing its first full financial audit. This is not the biggest announcement of today because there's a bit more negative news coming soon. But ever since I know, and I've been around, well, actually since Tether basically, there's been this fear of the next big crash in crypto happening because Tether has some sort of issue, right? And it was always a fact they couldn't get the proper audits, or they were not respected enough, or 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗓, even they fully had it backed up. But right now, there's a lot of news going around that since the reserves are so freaking huge, the reserves exceed liabilities by $6.8 billion. That's not a small measure, right? That's very, very solid. These guys are pretty good, and I think this is starting to spread around a bit, which takes away at least one of those major fears that often spread around in the crypto market. Now, there's a few more things to mention though. One, the S&P, while crypto is, playing a little game of, I don't know, that's what crypto always seems to be doing at least the past couple of weeks. It's been really boring. Stocks, at least though, are having a freaking field day. $7,800 for the S&P, so it's absolutely soaring. And I've been reading through all the announcements. It's been interesting. By the way, Bitcoin actually today went above 64,000, but also at the same time fell below 63,000. It's been all around. But if you take a look here, the US accuses over 40 countries, including Japan, Canada, and Mexico, of helping China illegally bypass US tariffs. It's been a freaking eventful day, all right? In terms of all the news, there's a lot going around. And damn. It started off with the Fed official 𝗕𝗄𝗃 calling to immediately raise interest rates. That was the first thing that I woke up to today, to seeing that news. We also had ourselves the US PPI data come out somewhere throughout the day, which is not something I really focus on too much, but you can see the actual was 0%. This is a month-over-month number. Anyway, a couple more interesting things are happening. One of them is this right here. So Trump signs memo allowing private US companies to conduct government-directed cyber attacks. Now, this is not something I would usually cover in a crypto video. It's actually more something I'd make or talk about in one of my AI videos. But regardless, this is a big deal because if you're a privacy-focused person, right, you kind of understand how this is kind of sketchy, how I think this is mostly going to be related to AI companies or companies that are heavily also in the cybersecurity space working with AI. to basically get a lot of data, or rather they're going to say it's for keeping everybody safe. But, I'm going to see it another way, which is they want to have their foot in as many doors as possible and just have the best of the best in the world, which if you're a US citizen, to some extent is kind of nice, knowing that he's really, the guys over there are really trying their best to make sure the US stays on top. But for everybody else, and if you're a person, like I said, focused on your privacy, it is something pretty awful, in my opinion. The fact that they're doing things of this sort. Private U.S. companies now being able to get government orders for cyber attacks, it's a strange endeavor. But I really think this is mostly to do with the whole Anthropic and OpenAI situation from before, where there was some issues with these cyber-related attacks, and the U.S. government wanted their little share. But SpaceX is doing absolutely well, but really, the biggest hassle of the day was all about this: the White House to meet with top crypto executives next week. And I also, on the contrary, had a little message here, you can see 40 minutes ago, that the US SEC cancels their Friday meeting to vote on crypto rules. So this is basically the US SEC further delaying more and more and more this ever so important vote on whatever the rules are on crypto. Not to be unexpected, but this on its own is something that, theoretically speaking, could have caused the market to go down ever so slightly. But yeah, really what I want to focus on right now, if I quickly can pull it up right here, is just the idea that right now, what we're seeing is some pattern that for the most part is just repeating, right? Mr. Crypto, one of my friends, said it really well. Bitcoin is repeating the same falling wedge from last bear market, same compression, same structure, same stage of the cycle. And what I want to remind you guys of time and time again is that the period that we are seeing right now for the crypto market is technically the hardest. And I've stated before that I really still believe the end of the cycle, of the bearish part of the cycle, let's call it, or the bear part, is very near. And that's because when you take a look at how Bitcoin performed every single time prior, it just does not make sense for us to still be this low by the end of the year. And so my whole thought process, my whole strategy has changed from mostly being avoidant and really focusing on AI and AI stocks, but really just not really talking about crypto too much because I'm focused on AI, to really getting back in, but more importantly, just putting my foot in the door, getting myself grounded again, and also, even though it may sound crazy, looking at altcoins again, because it's been a while, but ever since Robinhood launched their chain, there is some good altcoins again popping up here left and right. But more importantly, the accumulation phase, is really rather here rather than gone. I'm not saying we're back into full bull mode. No, I'd say that if you've got $0 in, it's still a pretty comfortable stage to be like in a waiting type of moment, right? Because you can also go in with the momentum. But right now, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on every single piece of news that I could find for right now, that like what's going around. And more importantly, I'm still here, all right? All my positions are still open. It's still awful to look at every single day. But right now, we're just waiting for this breach of $65.7 thousand. And the moment that it does, I will most likely just open some more positions yet again, because that's basically the zone where last time things absolutely popped off the moment that we did break past it. So this is one that I'm going to be heavily watching and also heavily putting some more money into, specifically for all the ones of you guys, not financial advice, by the way, that we're not able to get in on the ground floor at $58,000. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow, another crypto update, because, I have some interesting stuff that we need to cover tomorrow.